Alright folks, Q36 121G light cannon with 100 watt LED heat sink and of course laser beam. Get the light switch here. And laser. Oh look, there's Hans. Hans, his friend. How's it going, guys? Q36 121G light cannon. Yeah, you want to check it out? It's on the slowest setting. I'll you know what? I'll turn it up here. It's pretty bright, huh? Oh well, thanks. I put a little bit of time into it. But yeah, let me. I haven't done this yet. Let me turn it up to 11. Oh. That's the laser. Let us not speak of that again. Anyways, here's the circuitry for the light itself and the laser as well. Kind of crude. I have zero formal education in electronics, but this is, I think you can get the basic idea. I actually based this around a diagram I found online. There were several actually, and I just made it into what parts I had on hand. And what's important to me is that it works. So just a basic overview here. You can pause this and copy it down if you'd like. Okay, you have to bear with me. I'm still waiting on the parts to make a permanent thing for this light meter off the BH1750. I have a video on it if you'd like to check it out. It has a meter here. You can see that it's putting out exactly what the data sheet's telling you. 10,200 and something. The ambient light right there is 268, I think. So, works well. Alright, I'm going to have to drill some holes here in the heat sink so I can put the screws through to anchor down the lens. This thing. And that's what I'm going to be using to seat the LED on the heat sink, because it's just enough room to cram on there, and I don't want to take the chance of screwing up drilling on the heat sink. So drilling out on the arms should be in a spot where I can apply enough pressure to dissipate that heat. So a little bit of gun oil on the bit, and it's just easy as this. And hopefully not drilling through. Alright, there you have it. Okay, I've decided to use the 600 watt boost converter, the tried and true, to drive the 100 watt LED. I've got two 6-volt batteries hooked up in series, and we had 12.3 something on the output, and now we've got it hooked up to the LED. And one thing they don't clearly mark which side's positive on these is kind of guesswork. This side had 2 holes, this side had 1, so I was guessing that that was the positive side. Now, not all of them are like that, so you just kind of have to either look at the data sheet, which I couldn't find, or slowly raise the voltage, which is what I'm going to do, because obviously it's not on a heat sink, so you don't want to crank to full power, or you'll probably fry your LED. Heat sinks are really important for these things, especially for longevity. So, okay, so you can see I'm boosting the voltage, and there we go. Looks like there's one up in the corner that's kind of behind all the others, but it works. So I got this LED, I think it was $4 and change, shipped to the door, so can't complain. Okay, here's an important step, and it helps increase the efficiency of the heat dissipation and also increase the life of your LED, which is the most important part. And it's just some thermal paste. Got it on eBay, just like most everything else. I'm just gonna
turn my panel off, Daddy.
Good job. I'm gonna slather some here on the back. Put some more, and this will help seat it. Okay, then we're just gonna smush it on there, move it around. Now I'm trying to avoid drilling holes into these slots, which I normally do, and that is because it's just right on the edge of this heat sink, and I don't want to damage the tubes and just wreck the whole thing. So I think I'll have enough tension from the lens here to anchor it down and seat it nicely. Hopefully what I can do here is sneak a nut underneath these screws here. Pretty tight squeeze. Okay. So it can be done. Just using a magnet to sneak it under there. If you're using a similar kind of heat sink. Okay, when I was gonna test it out, I was thinking about other things, concentrating on everything but getting the polarity correct here. My circuit board that controls the PWM. Reverse polarity, release the magic smoke from the 555 timer. I have extra parts for everything, but it takes a while to put that board together. It does. Just barely on. Alright, well, let's put in the pot. Crank up the pot and see if we get any brightness. Oh yeah. Okay, so it works. Sorry, no magic smoke, but it's time to move on and get this thing done. I'll get this fine-tuned so that we get maximum output, and then we'll work on the case. Here's what I'm going to use for the laser. That's a laser bore sighter 223. Did not seat right in the AR, so it didn't work for that. But it should work fine for this project. I'm going to drill a hole here in the bottom and run the negative through that, and then mount it to the light. That's all there is to that. Okay, I have almost all the wiring done. We're still waiting on my boost converter in the mail. In the meantime, I'm going to mount the two switches I have right here, as well as the two potentiometers. And what I'm going to use is this thing. It's just a panel from a circuit board from an old Sony TV I've gotten tons and tons of parts from. But it should just mount right here on the side, and I'll be able to put my two switches and pots on here. So let's get to it. Okay, here's the panel I decided to go with. It already had some holes drilled in it, and just had to widen a couple of them for the switches. What I'll probably end up doing is putting some underneath, maybe some wood, just to give it a little bit more balance, and obviously it's wiggling around, so something's going to have to be done to secure it a little bit better. Otherwise, for something just laying around, this works out pretty well. Okay, after making some changes, because I couldn't get the boost converter to boost enough from having 4 batteries, 2 in parallel, 2 in series, with just the 12 volts. It was topping out about amp and a half, which this 100-watt LED runs at 3 amps. So I had to run everything in series, and then of course that affected running the 555 timer, so I had to put in a voltage regulator, an LM317. Alright, now I have the ammeter hooked up, so we'll dial it in and see if we can get full power out of it. I'm not sure why I was getting the strobe effect and then it went away. That's what was happening before when it was topping out with the batteries in parallel and series. So we're going to try and bring it up to 3 amps. So here goes nothing. Turn it all the way up. Right now we're at 0.67. So a long way to go. Just 2.5. 2.7. 2.9. There's 3. I'm going to turn it back down. Probably going to run about 2 3/4, 2.75 right there. Probably not a big noticeable difference, if at all, in the output of light. But yeah, she works. Now it's time to add the laser. Okay, got the last part in the mail for the light, and that is this Magpul MOE polymer rail section, and that is for this foregrip, which originally I had gotten from my AR off eBay, but it's just not up to snuff for that. But it's plenty good quality to put on our light. So drill some pilot holes and screw her on, and it will be done. Okay, just out back, I just wanted to do a little comparison for 120 lumen handheld flashlight. That's on the bright setting. There's that tree right there. And of course the camera doesn't do very well at night. I'd say it's a decent flashlight. So let's see what the big light can do. And I'll have it on the lowest setting. Okay, so that's on 1. And obviously you can see the difference already. So yeah, pretty incredible for a portable light. I hear something rustling over there. I wonder what it is. We're looking at the finished Q36-121G light cannon. After all, it is a modulator. It was a fun project, like most of them, and I could call it a success. Sure, it did have its hang-ups, fried some 555 timers, melted some faces, but it was worth it. In the end, I have a super bright light and a laser that's rechargeable and portable. It's on the tripod here. I put a threaded insert 1/4 inch for, actually I modified this tripod, it's an old one. It's actually from the 80s video camera, one of the shoulder mounted ones, so it was appropriate for this. And it's actually what I use for the camera I'm holding now. There's the 2 handles and the foregrip. As always, please like if you liked, subscribe, and feel free to comment in the section below. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye.